This is the DallasCowboys.com Draft Show. Your war room for insider news and draft analysis from deep within the confines of Cowboys headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Voch Lombardi, Nick Harris, Bobby Belt, Tommy Yarish, and Kyle Youmans.
Today is Thursday, February 5th. I almost went back a month, but there are 77 days until the 2026 NFL Draft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Welcome in to the Draft Show presented by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys, as we've got Voch Lombardi, Iisha Morrison back in the SWBC studio. I'm Kyle Youmans with Chris Beam in the back. Glad you're with us. Welcome on in, everybody. We're going to try and hit as many scouting reports and names as we possibly can for you over the next 45 minutes to an hour. We'll see exactly how many we can get to, but we want to get to the point where our preparation is helping your preparation. The investigation leads to the education, as we've always said on this show, investigate and educate. But Iisha, good to have you back for a second straight show. I like the Seattle Supersonics gear. A little throwback action.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to your local Goodwill.
Okay.
In the kids aisle.
The kids aisle of the...
Don't sleep on the kids aisle if you can fit it.
I'm sleeping on the kids aisle other than for my kids.
Yeah, it's one of the upsides of being a miniature human.
When I was a kid, I had to shop in the Husky aisle, so I ain't shopping the kids aisle
Husky
in a long time. Do they even say Husky no more? Like in Macy's or something? That they don't
Big
have
and
the kids
tall.
Did they ever say Husky?
You ain't well.
That's a label?
Of course you wouldn't know, but yeah, when I was a big boy as a youngin', I had to shop in the Husky section. So I guess that means fat boy section. You know what I mean?
A
So,
big and tall?
so some kids were like 12s. I wear a 12 Husky.
Oh, 12.
That means same length, but more this way. You feel me? So hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do though. On draft wise, right? Let's get off my Husky. Can I ask y'all something?
Yeah, please.
We got friends at Radio Row, right?
Yeah. I
I
got a call from two of them this morning saying that they missed being on the draft show.
No, they don't, because I'm just talking over people. But, man, they just out there kicking it at Radio Row, and they run into a bunch of draft people and some people that work for the league and scouts and all this kind of stuff. And what the homie told me is that the common sentiments is that the official people are lower on linebacker Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas than media scout people are. I think a little highly of him. I had a 2 on my board, and I was talking to the homie. They was like, a lot of people got 3s and 4s on them.
Wow.
And I was like, sir?
So you're saying football side,
Football people.
scouts and front office
people that get paid from the administration budget, not from the entertainment budget.
You're right.
We like Anthony Hill a little more than they do.
I wonder why.
Like a 3-4 like type grade. I'm like, I got a smooth 2 on him.
Yeah, I was thinking
with some room to grow. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I thought that was one thing that was kind of going to separate him from some of the rest of these guys. Like, he got the size and the measurables, but then there's like the upside of the athleticism. If you look at some of the other linebackers that are in the 2-3 range, it could be York.
Torian York out of
Torian
Texas
York
A&M.
A&M.
A little smaller of a guy, but still a runaround guy.
C.J. Allen from Georgia. We don't know how he's going to run. Our guy from A&M, Rodriguez, we don't know if he's going to run really well from Texas Tech. So in my mind, Anthony Hill, a guy that looks like he can run his ass off a little bit, and he got some length and some
6'3", 240.
A little bit of coverage, some coverage upside ability, some pass rush abilities.
And he's a nugget.
Downhill and thumping and smoking folk, and he young.
And he a baby.
Plenty of room to grow. I'm like, damn, dog, why are they a little lower on Anthony Hill than we are? I just want y'all.
What'd you hear?
Do you think he could be getting knocked off of the youth there at the linebacker spot? Because for some people that might be a good thing, is he's young, he's got room to grow. But also for a linebacker spot, and especially for a team like Dallas that needs linebackers to make impact immediately. Yeah. Maybe these teams don't want to have to develop somebody. They want somebody more pro-ready.
I mean, but in fairness, though, this man played in 40 games with 32 starts.
Yes, he did.
That's a lot of football.
That is a lot of football.
There ain't no little bit of football.
Sure.
So,
it's this much.
Yeah, it's this much. So, and then obviously the production was there. 31 and a half tackles for loss, 17 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, 3 interceptions, 8 forced fumbles. I mean, what are we looking for?
Yeah.
What you looking for?
They didn't go into detail. They were just kind of letting me know that they're a little lower on him than we are.
His toe hurting or something?
I don't think it's toe hurting because they'll tell you if it's toe hurting. You feel me? Like if it's something obvious like that, they'll tell you. Like, oh, well, injury's going to knock him. Character's going to knock him. They was just like, we just think he's a day 3 lower third type guy, and we just have him a little too high.
Who are you putting in front of him
That's what's stressing
in that
me
conversation? Because you mentioned Torian York. I've got Anthony Hill Jr. higher.
Sure.
Jacob Rodriguez. I've got Anthony Hill Jr. higher, even though I do like Jacob Rodriguez as a prospect. Kyle Lewis out of Pittsburgh, higher. Bryce Botcher out of Oregon, higher.
Yeah.
Hill
is my third guy. You know what I'm saying?
Hill is fourth on my list behind Arvell Reese, Ohio State, C.J. Allen, Georgia, Sonny Styles, Ohio State as well. Then it's Anthony Hill Jr. Those are the guys. Now, remember, we're still very early in the process, and this can change. But I don't see him moving around. I've covered him since high school when he was playing at Denton Ryan.
Oh, how'd you feel about him?
I loved him in high school. He was one of my favorite all-around athletes I've ever watched play at the high school.
I was so pumped up after watching this tape. I actually put it in my notes like, this linebacker class got some guys in it. So that's interesting. I guess I'm curious to get more information on what it is that they're down on, because I see a productive, violent, player that has a nose for the ball. Isn't that what you want to know?
That's exactly what you want.
And also, too, that displays the ability to have some route recognition and coverage and stuff like that. What the hell are we looking for?
I don't know what's going on. Now, if they want to label it as, I can't even vouch for the people. I don't know what
where they're thinking.
The size is pretty good.
Because look, when I was watching them back to back or whatever, right? Because I watched the first few guys in groups, so I was watching linebackers, and I was watching. It was like Sonny, C.J. Allen, and then I got to Hill, and I was like, "Damn, boy, I don't know if Hill's gonna run well, or I don't know what Hill's like if his length is gonna be a problem." And then you get to Hill, and he runs well. And he got fantastic length. Even if he's not as good a cover guy as Sonny Styles from Ohio State and C.J. Allen from Georgia right now, he has the athletic ability and the upside to grow and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw Hill, I say, hey, man, we got us a little 2 here. And the question is, hey, Voch, is he a trade back to 30 and get him there? Or is he like a late 1 type guy? And I didn't think it was nonsense when I heard it. Yeah. If you want to take Anthony Hill at 35 or at 29, I think that's fair. But, boy, he hit me upside the head. Bro, hit me upside the head.
It's at third round.
Third. I say, damn. But...
Hey, if that's the case, let's go ahead and start getting them to slip to the fourth. Let's get them into the fourth round. Let's make it happen there.
If I say anything, Kyle, and people going to hate me saying this because they think I'm arrogant already. Okay. Teams suck at drafting.
Yeah.
Teams suck at drafting.
They do.
No.
Iisha has receipts. Voch has receipts. Kyle have receipts of us hitting on picks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't work for no team or nothing like that, but I hit on picks. Teams miss every year. So I'm not going to change my board at all because they have an opinion, but I like Hill. I just want y'all thoughts on that. Maybe I was a little too high on Hill, but I guess we're all sympathetic.
Where do you have him, Iisha?
I have him as a early second, mid-second at the latest. Yep. I don't understand what it is that you like. The linebacker that I have before him is Allen, and like right before him, as far as like as my stack, I don't understand what it is there. I mean, this class though, as we've gotten into this class, there are some impressive guys in the class.
Sure,
but it is top heavy, so. How are they deciphering like who's? I don't know.
You're saying linebacker is top heavy?
I'm saying that linebacker feels a little top heavy from.
I'm thinking it's deep.
I think it's a deep. What I'm saying is I think it's a deep class, but I think that there's a select few guys that can do everything.
Top like 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Rounds. I see what you're saying.
That's what I mean is by that. The other guys you are looking up, and he's not one of them. I mean, yes, he has to develop, but I think the tools he comes with now. He can be effective in doing what he's doing right now on a team. So I don't understand. Yeah. But it's not our business. We don't get paid that much to do that.
What do you guys think about when you see these mock drafts? And in mock draft season, is really I'm building this draft based on what I heard or whatever. Yeah. And I see Keldrick Falk at like 9 overall. What y'all think about that?
But he keeps popping up there. I saw
keep seeing
somebody else put him at like 7 or 8.
I just think you can't.
Like
you would like it here.
I would love Keldrick Falk if he went top 11.
Oh, okay.
If he went top 11.
Just not 12.
Michael Williams went to San Fran last year, right before us, and I just fake pinned through. I was like, oh, there's one less to worry about.
Y'all so petty.
You got yourself a player.
Y'all so petty because we already know how people felt about Michael. Yeah. But when it comes to Kendrick Falk, the thing about drafting, and it's something that I'm learning in school.
Out of Auburn, by the way.
Out of Auburn, rather. Auburn. Yeah. People are going to, teams are going to go with certainty. Yeah. And he for certain looks like somebody that can come in and immediately be a steady run stopper. And it's not just how he does it. I mean, and the profile is there, like the physical ability is there for him to develop some of the pass rush stuff. I talked about this on another show that I was on, and I know that nobody want to hear it, but Dallas does have to acknowledge the loss of Marshawn Neely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
This was a gentleman this was a 3rd round pick. This is someone that they really had some, faith in to come in. And he reminds me to some degree like the profile of a Voch.
Yep.
Still working the hands, relentless pursuit, still developing as a pass rusher. However, as a day one run stopper, you can move him inside. You can move him on the edge a little bit. His length is going to help him work. His motor is going to help him work. And to your point, this is a run defender. And teams are looking for that. And so I just feel like we're not valuing him as Cowboys people because we know we need a speed rusher today, tomorrow, someday.
Yeah.
But other teams might really just be like, hey, I'm about to get a guy that can immediately come in and set the edge and cause mismatches. Yeah. I see the value in the player. I don't see the value in the player for Dallas. I think other teams might see the value in him because, and we've seen this with defensive ends in the last couple of years.
Sure.
We've seen the uptick in speed rusher, and it's this or that with a lot of guys. It's either they can rush the passer.
Everybody's missing something.
Yeah. So it's like maybe they see something that they can work. What you got?
I'll add another level to it. I like Keldrick Faulk a whole bunch.
I do too.
I like him a lot.
Me.
We just don't have day 2 picks.
Yeah.
We just don't have day 2 picks.
That's what you tweeted.
That's what I tweet. But I think that's because people think that just because I'm waving my finger at a player, they think I don't like the player. I like all of these players. It's where you take them.
Yep.
It's where you take them.
And where your draft capital lines you up for possible extras.
Isaiah World is
other options.
Is a tackle from Oregon.
Yeah.
Isaiah World. I like him a lot.
He's all world.
I like him a lot. But boy, he's big, tall, long arms. Quick moving feet, but he don't know how to play offensive line yet. He don't know where to put his hands. He like to lean. He stand up tall. All that, all the O-line stuff I hate. But people are talking about him as like a 3rd, 4th round pick.
Yeah.
I like him as a 7th round undrafted character. I would love to have him on this squad and develop him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I don't hate any of these players. So back to Keldrick Faulk, edge from Auburn. Bring him in here if you can find some miscellaneous 3rd round pick at the end of the 3rd or something. I'll take Keldrick Faulk right there if you haven't gone edge yet.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
Not even a 3rd round for you?
No, it's not changing.
Keldrick is a 4th for you?
No, I'm saying they're not going to change their mind.
Oh yeah, they not. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Kyle?
You're saying Keldrick Faulk, you would take him in the 3rd, or you would take him at 12, knowing that you had a 3rd?
No. I'd be sick if Dallas took Keldrick Faulk at 12. What I'm saying is, if Keldrick Faulk, if draft hype aside, if he fell to the 3rd round, people think I don't like Keldrick Faulk just because I don't want him at 12. I like Keldrick Faulk. If you draft Keldrick Faulk at 90 something, oh man, I like Keldrick Faulk.
20?
Nope.
Okay.
Not for me, because it'll
35?
because it'll be a player in my edge group in that range. How Texas A&M, Mesidor, Miami, Height, Tech, Mason Thomas from. I like all those guys better than Faulk right now. Now, once you get past our Mason Thomas, that we in the 30s or something, and Kelvin Faulk is there, sure, I'll take Kelvin Faulk or TJ Parker or something. That's my range for those guys, but I would rather those guys over Faulk.
Okay. So that was going to be my question. At first, I thought you were saying you would pass up, or you would take the opportunity to take Faulk at 12 or 20 because of the draft hype. And I mean, he's being rumored to be a top 10 pick at the moment.
Yeah, no, that ain't what I'm saying. Yeah.
I thought that's what you were saying. I was like, hold on. I was like, I could probably get you to that point where in free agency, you've made enough acquisitions, you've built enough around it to where you feel fine taking an edge rusher, even though you don't have a day 2 pick.
If that's the case, I would just take an edge rusher that I like more.
And just take one of those guys.
But he's also, too, we're looking at Mesidor. Are we waiting on possible medical?
I don't care nothing about
his
feet. I don't care that he my age.
I'm just saying
he could play.
Keldrick Faulk is also,
and Mesidor's tape is better than Faulk too.
He's also durable.
I agree with that one.
On business.
What'd you say?
Mesidor's tape is better than Faulk's.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about his feet and that he my age.
When we're looking at the whole picture though of the production, the durability, not missing a snap in 3 seasons, for a scout, this is an easy scout for football. because it makes sense from the stats and all that stuff.
Size, stats, ability, youth.
That's what they're looking for.
Competition level.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. And I know that that's not like the level that maybe we're looking at in those things, but I'm telling you, he fits the bill for a lot of teams.
When free agency comes around, right?
Huh? What you say?
I just want another example. I just want to make when free agency comes around for the Cowboys, right? Jalen Phillips is a free agent, right? So I can talk about him.
Yes.
He's a free agent.
Let me double check.
He's a free agent.
Yes.
But he has a long medical history. When Cowboys go into free agents, you would take a healthier player over a player that's better. Is what you're saying? You would take a lesser player than a player that's actually better. Like you saying that health kind of scares you away is what you're saying.
I mean, with this team, yes. In my opinion, yes.
For them, yeah.
What I'm saying is that when you're talking about scouts
and them, okay,
that's how they rationalize.
Well, and that's why the combine's such a big thing too.
Yeah.
If I'm on Cowboys payroll, I'm gonna say, look, I ain't worried about these people's feet. I'm not worried about his 6th year in the league, honestly. Messidor, like once you get past the 5th year option or whatever, we'll just address it then. I do think, and I'm gonna say this again, I think that there's this idea that your first round picks have to play 15 years for you. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be nice if they did, but I think the league restarts so much, like it happens with the Seahawks, it happened with the Rams or whatever, right? They'll be really good and they'll be bad for like 1 year, then they restart. Man, I'm starting to get over the idea, especially with the old player narrative. Melo Heights another 25-year-old player.
Yeah.
Man, in 5 years he'd be 30. I don't care. If he's better than the 20-year-old, I just want to take the better dude. I don't care that you're 20 and you got a lot of room to grow. I'm floor guy. I want the dude that could play right now. So you mean to tell me I got 5 years of a dude that I know can play right now, or I got 5 years of a dude that I got to develop in 3 years, and maybe the last 2 years he'd be cool. I'll take the old dude that's been playing for 7 years because of COVID or whatever. But that's just my opinion.
Especially right now with this team and the need that they need of immediately having starters available, and sometimes those older guys are going to do that.
And not having a second or a third.
Not having a second or a third round pick.
Definitely.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, we've got some Twitter on the 20, and then later in the show, I've got some either-ors, some hypotheticals for you guys that we haven't hit quite yet on the draft show. We'll talk about it in a minute. More of the draft show right after this.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
How about them Cowboys? And how about them Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls? Keep your game day celebrations going with real eggs, potatoes, cheese, and our savory Jimmy Dean sausage. And with 22 grams of protein per serving, you'll have enough energy to power you from early morning to the final whistle. The no-hassle, ready-in-minutes prep makes it easy. Just heat, eat, and cheer on those Cowboys. Get yours today. Jimmy Dean brand is proud to be the official protein of the Dallas Cowboys.
This is the DallasCowboys.com Draft Show.
Back here on the Draft Show presented by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Ford and your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Got our smokeout reads done on Tuesday. Here's DCC Live. How about get excited for the most dazzling DCC experience? Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders Live is coming to a theater near you. Witness iconic group and solo performances. Enjoy an onstage Q&A session and even be a part of the live audition. For dates and tickets, visit DallasCowboysCheerleaders.com/tour.
Yeah.
Welcome back in, everybody. What's that?
Ford is the best in Texas.
There you go. You hit that pretty good, actually.
I'd be thinking about it every time you say it.
And how about this? I've been thinking about this since Tuesday. Let's get into some
Twitter on the 20.
20.
There you go.
I got you, Woolchuck.
All right. Matt wants to know.
What's up, Matt?
Do you change whether you're a floor or ceiling guy depending on the status of your current roster makeup? We just had a conversation kind of like that.
Good question.
With what the Cowboys are trying to do. They need immediate impact, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Do you change whether you evaluate as a floor guy or a ceiling guy? Aisha, I'll start with you.
I would say that.
Or girl. Guy or girl.
It's okay. I did. No offense. I've never been I've not been a person. I'm typically ceiling person, so don't get mad at me because I know that you floor person. But as a pertains,
See, and I'm a ceiling person.
I think it depends on me too. I feel like it depends on like Voch just talked about. Dallas ain't got time for that. Dallas ain't got time to be okay, and that's because that's kind of been their issue as of late is that they draft guys and they're so focused on drafting and developing that the time in which it takes for these guys to get there is you got other stuff you're trying to do. So I would say that it is situational for me, and I'm sure every team is different. But as far as the scouting goes, I want a guy. Most people want a guy that can come help now. You only reserve some of the developmental things for, like, there's certain things, like even a guy is really talented, he probably has some small developmental things. You leave room for the big developments, like the gentleman you were talking about, the offensive lineman that you're talking about, that you think is going to be a UDFA.
Isaiah World, yeah.
Yeah, Isaiah World.
Yeah, World.
So he's a fully, like, development guy. That's when you can start thinking about, I guess, like ceiling and stuff like that. But like in Dallas's case, baby, they better be on that flow.
Sure.
So that's my thought on it. What is yours?
Just to be clear, everybody at this table, like, we want both. Like, we want a high floor and a dude with a high ceiling.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like TJ, Tyler Booker's good right now. He's gonna be even better later. You know what I'm saying? But if we have to pick an either or, I started just thinking about it. I was like, man, you've been in school, you've been in the University of Texas for 4 years. Why you ain't learned how to stack and shed people? You've been playing at Georgia for 4 years, dog. You haven't learned how to use your hands yet. Like all that goes into it with me. You know what I mean? Like, why haven't you got bigger over this amount of time with the nice weight rooms?
The best weight rooms, best facilities you've ever seen.
That's my big thing. Yeah. So if you have a 5-year deal on a first round player, 4 years for everybody else, how many of those years do I have to dedicate to teaching you something? You know what I'm saying? And then that's also going to pair with, man, how much I got to teach you. So let's go back to Mykel Williams, right? That was my big issue last year. I liked Mykel Williams a whole bunch last year. Yeah. I didn't want to take him at 12. Because I felt like at 12, man, I can get a dude like Walter Nolan from Ole Miss that was ready right then, and then Walter Nolan got some more room to run. So if I had to pick one, give me the dude that knows the nuances right now, that knows how to, if nobody's blocking me, a puller is coming. Let me go thump the puller, as opposed I'm just gonna run upfield and just run around a circle all day. Like, there's room for those. There's day 3 guys, we call them traits guys for that. You know what I'm saying? But like, we talking about premium picks, I want the dude that knows ball right now.
That's part of what makes a first round pick. Sure. Is low risk, high reward at the same time, and that's where you look at guys like a Keldrick Falk, who I think is a great example. I think he does have a high floor, but is his ceiling as high as some of these other edge rushers?
Because he seems so kind of ready-made.
Yes.
Right now.
Keldrick ready right now. He just can't pass rush.
Exactly.
Which is different.
That's where the floor is.
Right.
He's going to come in and play initially, but in order to have a high ceiling, he's going to have to pass rush.
That's why he's not a 4th round pick to me. Go ahead.
Well, that's what you were basically saying is in regard to, like, why do you have the best weight rooms and you haven't put on weight?
Sure.
Why are you still struggling to stack and shed and you've been at the University of Texas for however many years? that's why the context is so important.
Yeah.
And that's why it's our job
Yeah.
to go seek out what it is that affected the player. It was our job to go seek out the context on Demarion Overshown.
Yep.
Because you see this player that seems like a star, but when you go start looking at Texas, coaching changes. He moved from safety to linebacker. That's context that you need to be able to say, what is this guy's floor? You can't just say what his floor is. You need to go find out what the hell his floor is. That's why you have to figure out, the interviews, the coaching, the scheme, and all that stuff,
That's what these guys are paid to do. They're paid to find the floor, but then the ceiling is what everybody's guessing on.
Tracking.
Everybody is guessing on.
Here's a great example.
Even when I look at it here, sorry to interrupt.
No.
But when I'm looking at my grades and I'm putting first round grades, I have it sitting here in my chart. The first round grade is anybody that's a transcendent star. It's somebody that's going to be the best player in the league, to a risk, but an extremely high upside. And I'm thinking like 25% risk. That's all I'm thinking there.
Yeah.
But then you've got a second round pick who's probably a 50-50 day one starter, or a guy that's going to be a high level developmental guy that can be a long time starter in the league.
Sure.
Third round pick, it's a little bit less. It's more like a 25% chance potential day one starter. That's how I stack a lot of these grades in what I'm doing. Fourth round and on is either a future starter, a backup, developmental type of guy. Then you're getting into the sixth round. That's special teams. That's traits. Seventh round, backup, practice squad type of guys. And then, of course, you've got your camp bodies as the undrafted free agents who all have upside as well. So I stack it thinking about all of this stuff whenever I'm watching a certain prospect. But like you said, the scouts are trying to find the floor and be certain about a floor, where a lot of media scouts are looking for up-end ceiling options and things like that, because the context just isn't there as much. Even us in the building and what we have here, we are so blessed to be able to have even a part of what the scouts and these teams get to look at, because we at least get to have the conversations with the guys, get to interview these players, get to know them as people, get to know them as men. And then you turn around and it's even a fraction of what they're doing in the meetings and the combine and the 30-day visits and all of these things. We just get a portion of that. And that's the only thing that sets us apart from everybody else who's trying to just see what the ceiling is for a lot of these players.
One example I thought about, we was talking off air. We was talking about floor and ceiling again. One player that I have an issue with every single year is the run past you wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good with the run past you wide receiver.
Some of them are great, some
Hyatt,
of them are not.
Jalen Ragers, like those type of guys, to where all my production is running past people.
Yeah.
Those are your ceiling guys. And you see coaches try, all right, man, you got the speed. Man, I could just teach you how to run routes and we'll be good. But man,
Tyreek Hill.
But boy, those guys don't always learn how to run routes, as opposed to the Hunter Renfrow cats that can run routes all day, but he ain't fast. He run routes, he do all the little secret nuancy stuff real good. Those dudes have like careers and stuff like that. So I'm always gonna go for the nuancy guys, for the technician guys.
Great question, Matt. I think that it's really cool just to kind of see like how it all works in that regard, and how it does change from one person to the next, because everybody's a little bit different. All right. If the Cowboys, Cole wants to know, what are some of the players that could fall and go late that you would consider a steal in the draft? You mentioned that with Keldrick Falk earlier. Is there anybody else that's being rumored up front in terms of the NFL draft scouts and turning around and maybe falling a little bit? That would be a steal.
Teams suck at drafting, Kyle.
Yep.
So they're gonna look at Caleb Downs and be like, "You play safety."
I love how you're putting this into the ad.
I definitely think like people are going to do what they have done, despite the fact that we see how important safety has been to some of the most important defenses. And they're going to devalue safety. Are we betting on it? We crossing our fingers?
I'm not allowed to bet, but
oh yeah, we can't do the bet.
None of us are.
But it happens every single year, though. This highly touted last year was Malachi Starks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Malachi Starks can play, man. And for whatever reason, he just falls into his obscurity. Not obscure, but late into the draft, later than we thought it was going to go. And I'm like, man, look, take these. Value don't bother me in that way. Another thing that's going to happen, for some reason, cornerbacks just be falling. Mansour Delane may be 5'11" by the time the process is over. Teams love 6-foot corners, but it's some about a 5'11" corner that'll just turn a team off. He might fall further than we think. Ruben Bain is short. He could fall further than we think. Teams ain't good at this. So.
Can I ask a question?
Por favor.
I think people are really high on like a Peter Woods. I think he could fall.
Oh, yeah.
I think people are expecting. I don't know.
Woods.
I don't expect a defensive tackle to go in the first round.
Out of Clemson, by the way.
Out of Clemson. Barnacles. Peter Woods, defensive interior player from Clemson. I'm sorry. That's somebody that I believe is going to fall.
Yeah.
I think he's going to fall just because.
Why do you think that?
I think that, well, number one, I think the tape is good. I think that when you look at that Clemson team as a whole, they have some good pieces on there. But when you start getting into, again, some of the detail and the usage and stuff, I didn't see a first-round player.
He's a 2 on my board.
I didn't see a first-round player. I ain't trying to tick nobody off. I'm just saying.
No, I think you're actually in a spot that most people would back you up, but I'm laughing because I know if these guys weren't at the Super Bowl, Nick Harris and Tommy Yarish would
Senior
go to
Bowl?
bat at the Super Bowl.
At the Super Bowl,
yeah,
rather.
because they're at the Super Bowl now. But if they weren't at the Super Bowl currently, they would fight you on that a little bit because they think these Clemson guys can play.
I think some of them can really play, but defensive tackle with all these other all these other players we talked about, I think some people think that he's going to go in the top 20, top 25, which is possible. The talent is there. But you asked who I thought could fall. He's one of those guys to me. I think he could fall.
And look, you ain't wrong. I like Peter Woods too. I just don't have a pick in the 30s to take him.
That's kind of right where I would take him, is 25 to 35.
So Caleb Banks is the number one DT in this class.
So we can have a conversation about Caleb Banks that we just had as far as floor and ceiling. He don't know how to play football. He's strong though.
Yeah.
He athletic, and he didn't play none or much this year. He may play a couple of snaps this year. So it's all last year's film. Caleb Banks don't know how to play football.
I have Peter, by the way. I have Peter Woods
higher.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I got 3 people higher than Caleb Banks.
Who are those guys?
Peter Woods, the tackle from Clemson. He's probably gonna be like a 3-tech or something.
Yep.
Caden McDonald from Ohio State. He's gonna be
right there.
He's gonna be a 1-tech more than he know all the football stuff.
What, and Miller?
I got Miller from Georgia. He's going to be a 3-tech to me, in my personal opinion. I got him ranked over Banks.
I have Banks above Miller, but I could interchange those at some point whenever I get closer.
Where do you have Lee Hunter? Especially
right behind all those guys.
I got him at the top of the 3rd, right behind Banks.
Tracking that.
And I might switch it. The only thing that kind of separates them is I think Woods, McDonald, Miller, and Banks have really good athleticism for their size. Hunter is more motor guy to me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm active as a 1-tech guy is more like motor and effort. And that kind of separates him from somebody like Caden McDonald that I think for a big boy, he can really move. He can really run around. Banks can run around, but I may switch Banks and Hunter because Banks don't know how to play D-line.
And Hunter showed plenty of pass rushing ability and things of that sort in Mobile.
Now, I don't know what that's going to look like when he starts playing versus good offensive linemen. So that's one thing. And that ain't no knock to nobody in Mobile.
It kind of sounded like a knock to some people in Mobile.
Well, I'm not taking part in that.
Just go and say it with your chest.
Listen, I'm just a guest in this house. I don't know. But I will say the one thing that I did notice about Peter Woods, though, that I wanted to ask you gentlemen about, I felt like his power comes more from the upper half than the lower. And I don't know if that's something that's sustainable. I thought that his body control could gain some, could be better.
I'll add another level.
I'm not trying to. I ain't trying to fight. I'm just trying to ask.
No. This where I don't think you're wrong. It's actually in my notes. I think he got real strong calves. I don't think his thigh is all that strong because he knows how to not go backwards, but he doesn't know how to push people backwards. I don't see him get a lot of penetration. On the same token, I don't see him getting driven backwards a bunch. So he does have an ability to anchor a little bit to not get whooped off the football. But he's supposed to be an athlete guy that gets upfield a little bit.
Well, because he uses that hump move, tries to avoid blockers, but he can stack and shed.
He can stack. He can definitely do that. I just don't see him whooping people in his direction neither. You know what I'm saying? So, or maybe I got that.
All these notes,
all
these notes that y'all are talking about here with Peter Woods is almost exactly what I had for Mozzie coming out.
Huh? What'd you say?
Similar. Upper body strength, incredible. Lower body strength, room to improve, room to develop. Has a couple things that he can do with his hands, but he doesn't push people backwards.
Sure.
All of these things were on my scouting report for Mozzie.
I think that'll be flip for Woods though, because I do think he can.
I see the power in his wrist.
Sure.
I see the pop in his wrist when he initiates.
No.
But the drive ain't.
Mozzie had upper body strength.
Yeah.
Woods does too.
Yeah.
Woods has plenty of upper body strength.
Isaac can bench press, man. Looking back on it, was we
He
fooled?
was strong. Oh yeah,
Was we
yeah,
fooled?
absolutely.
He has, and that's what
Everybody
I'm saying
was.
with Peter is like when I
Plus,
see
he just didn't love football. So.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I just like hitting.
I'm sick of Isaac. He don't work it no more.
It's true.
I don't like football. I like to hurt people.
Where does he work now?
He with the Jets.
Is he still there? Did they cut him yet?
Well, that's time for Google. Go ahead, Kyrie.
Right, I got you.
Nah, it's all right. Okay, Peter Woods from Clemson.
Oh, I
Toss up for me.
gotta find out who the hell Myles Smith will work for.
I think he's still in New York. Danny wants to know
What's
if
up,
the
Dan?
Cowboys were to trade up to the 12th spot, who's the player that you would trade up for and why?
If we trade up to 12.
Yeah, or trade up from the 12th spot.
Oh,
Trade up.
I think it's
we ain't got no picks.
yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do there, but where would you go? Who would you go get if that's the case?
Didn't we say we was gonna take somebody and hold them for ransom?
Oh yeah. You were saying you were trying to get
Yes.
Ty Simpson, right?
We just hold somebody hostage.
Oh yeah, if Ty Simpson then was coming up for 20, yeah. But like I guess you talking about like trade up for Arvell Reese or something. Or
Yeah.
Caleb
Or like
Banks.
a Sonny
Yeah,
Styles.
who would you go get?
Would you go get a Sonny Styles if you could trade up?
I think Sonny will get to me.
Yeah, I think so too.
You think he's gonna fall that far?
Team suck. I think Sonny and Caleb.
I don't think Downs will.
Caleb shouldn't. Caleb may go 11
Yeah.
for our luck.
I'll
Daniel
cry.
Jeremiah had him at 11 this morning.
Now why would he do that?
But I think Downs will get to it. I mean, I think Downs could get to it, but I think Sonny
He's
Styles
at
will get
10 there, and I don't know. I can't read that name of whoever.
it. Kenyon Sadiq at 11 and Sonny Styles at 12.
Yeah, see, Sonny Styles can make it there.
And that says Mansour Deland goes
Couple
to L.A. Yeah.
Yep, goes to the Rams. All right.
Sorry.
When we come back here on the draft show, we've got some either ors, a couple hypotheticals
sure.
to sort through, see which ones we like better. When we come back with more of the draft show right after this.
Questions wasn't good.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
How about them Cowboys? And how about them Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls? Keep your game day celebrations going with real eggs, potatoes, cheese, and our savory Jimmy Dean sausage. And with 22 grams of protein per serving, you'll have enough energy to power you from early morning to the final whistle. The no-hassle, ready-in-minutes prep makes it easy. Just heat, eat, and cheer on those Cowboys. Get yours today. Jimmy Dean brand is proud to be the official protein of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
This is the DallasCowboys.com Draft Show.
Back here on the draft show presented by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys Nation, Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is exclusively in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today to receive access to Cowboys Drops, where you can win game tickets, autographed items, exclusive experiences, and a whole lot more. Download the app to join now. Back with Voch Lombardi and Iisha Morrison. I'm Kyle Youmans, wrapping up this edition of the Draft Show, 77 days away from the NFL Draft. And got a couple either-ors to throw your direction, y'all. I'm going to start with, this is from Richmond. His name on Twitter, or X, is actually Wannabe Draft Scout.
What's up, Richmond?
So Here you go. I like it. He did submit this. This is a Cowboys specific question that we're going to get into scouting report, either ors.
Okay.
Would you rather pay George Pickens the $30 million a year that he's possibly going to be used for, draft Sonny Styles at 12, and the biggest and best edge on the board at 20? So you got Styles, you got the best draft edge on the board at 20, and you get Pickens back again for a second year. Or would you like to pay some of these free agents that are available? Of course, these are all reported free agents, nobody specific, but go and get some big-time names that are out there at about $10 to $11 million each. He listed 3 names. I'm not going to say the names because tampering, but with those 3 names, $10 to $11 million each, or you could draft Mekhi Lemon at 12 and the best edge at 20. So you get a wide receiver at 12 and an edge at 20. Which one would you rather go for?
The first one.
I don't want to mess with my offense at all.
Facts.
I want to keep my offense the way it is, and look, that can look like Pickens for 1 more year, Pickens for 3. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to change that at all, and I just want to build the defense. I don't want a whole bunch of moving parts and having to refigure out what wide receiver looks like. And Pickens makes everybody's life easier.
Yeah.
Pickens will make CD's life easier. There are games where Flo got 100 yards. It's because, hey, something else happened over here. You know what I'm saying? So I want to continue to put stress on defenses, especially in this era where it seems like defenses are just tougher. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have the bodies to be able to deal with that.
And you need to be able to do that, especially with, we've seen what Christian Parker is doing. I think the defense is going to improve.
For sure.
It's still going to take a little bit of time.
Yep.
It's still going to be, even if you get the amount of talent that you're looking for in those things, it's going to be some buffering time. I don't want to change this offense. I want them to come out and hit the ground running. So I'm going to go with the first option.
Yeah.
And you get Sonny Styles.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
To your point, I think it's beneficial that you have this buffer for your young defensive coaches that,
Tracking.
all right, that got us on this side. Like, if this coaching staff was coaching the Eagles and they got to carry the Eagles offense, it probably wouldn't work out as well. But we get to walk into every game like, hey, man, Foden about to put up 25 to 40 points, dog. Just be better than Flus. You know what I'm saying? So,
Especially if the defense gets you the football back more than they did this year.
Yeah, that's the thing that stands out about the Dallas offense this past year is like, man, when you really start looking at it, their starting field position.
Awful.
No turnovers.
Terrible.
And the fact that offense was able to be that effective.
Yeah.
My God, I wouldn't change it.
All you need is a possession or 2 a game.
Just be better than
what
Flus.
you did last year.
This is my camera. Hey, I don't know if Mike is watching, but if he want to fight or something, we can fight. Did you see that CD?
Talking about him trying to recruit.
Can he get in trouble for tampering?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, somebody needs to slip him a letter. He out of pocket.
I'll take an extra Green Bay first rounder.
Stop trying to take our people.
What I would really hope is that, and look, GP, get your money, get as much as you can.
Yep.
But I want him to be like, my life changed when I met Dak Prescott.
I think he feel like that.
I know he does.
He feel that way.
I know he's played with some nonsense his whole life.
He love him some Dak.
He's like, this isn't Mason Rudolph anymore.
He's in this conversation because of 4. So why would you test the market and end up with like Brian Hoyer or so whoever the hell, Shador Sanders or something? You want Shador Sanders to throw you the ball with 40 million, or you want Dak throwing you the ball with 35? Come on, man. And shouts out to Shador, man, but he ain't Dak, man.
Of course not.
He's not.
He ain't Dak.
All right. And since each of those scenarios painted a picture that the Cowboys would be drafting an edge rusher at 20,
Sure.
I've got a couple names for you, either or. Who would you rather in these situations? At edge rusher, at 20.
Yeah.
LT Overton out of Alabama.
Well, he's a 4th round. Though.
Okay. Well, I'll take that one away. I like him more than you do. All right. TJ Parker, Clemson.
He's a 2nd round guy. Okay.
Jesus Christ. All right.
At 20? We talking about 20?
Who are your first round possible 20 edges?
So guys that I think that are going to
TJ Parker's going to be in that conversation.
For some people. Mind you, I got
For some people, who are the people that they're not?
Voch don't think TJ Parker's a 1st round player.
What?
Voch think TJ Parker's a 2nd round player. I think he had a really good Senior Bowl, but I got a lot of film that I watched on him. I think he's a 2nd round player.
Interesting.
I think he's a 2nd round.
Even not early 2nd round? You're talking like 40s 2nd round, or you talking like early 30s?
I got a
remember.
lot. So these are the names in front of him.
Okay.
Bain, Bailey, Howe, Mesidor, Height, Thomas, and Folk.
Okay, see, I have Mesidor higher. I have Height below him. Mm-hmm. Who was the other one you said? You said
R.M. Thomas, Keldrick Folk.
I have Height below.
Okay, R.M. Thomas is a good one. Let's do that then. How about
Bad boy.
David Bailey and R. Mason Thomas right there?
David Bailey or R. Mason Thomas.
I'm assuming you
At
had
20?
Bailey higher.
At 20?
I know. I'm
R. Mason Thomas.
Your list and my list are very.
I love R. Mason Thomas, but if Bailey's available at 20, I'm going to jail.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Bailey, and especially with R. Mason Thomas coming off of injury. And
How about R. Mason Thomas or Romello Height? Let's do that.
I got Height over Thomas. I think Height has a little more pass rush upside. I think Thomas is ready right now.
Okay.
But Height add his length and his athleticism in there. I think he got some pretty good nuance too. Plus, there's a little bit more that's probably gonna happen on the back end with him. I like Height a little more than Thomas.
Where do you have Cassius Howell, Texas A&M?
I got Cassius Howell is my third edge. He's at the top of my second. He might go 15th overall or something.
Yeah, he's my third, maybe fourth, depending on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's my third
do
guy.
you have Howell or? Okay, you said Bain, Bailey. Where and Howell would be your third?
Howell is my third also.
Interesting.
Well, Howell is my third. I don't know if he's her third.
Is that your third? How's your third?
Howell is my third. Bain, Bailey, Howell.
Let me go look. I think that I'm on the fence about a few guys in that area. Like you said, where you put Falk at again?
Falk is in my he's in the bottom of my twos.
Yeah, so I have Bain, I have Bailey, I have just gonna make you mad. Okay, I have Howell. I have Howell. Okay, so yeah, those are my top three.
Yeah.
To start.
Yeah, okay.
And then after that, then we get into.
I'm still shocked that y'all.
I'm higher on Mesidor.
TJ Parker.
I love TJ Parker. I just ain't got a pick. I don't have a pick in the 40s to take him, but I love. So look,
I would take him at 20.
So how about this? If I says this goes back to.
What's your issue with him? What did you see that is causing you to make him fall to you?
I'm so glad you asked. I don't think. And look, I think he has all the tools to do it. I don't think he knows how to play football just yet. He doesn't have a plan on both sides. I think he plays the game with his eyes closed. Not literally, but it feels that way. I think when he's in some of these running situations, he doesn't understand all the time that if somebody's not blocking me, I need to fill space and thump puller. Or if I'm being down blocked, I need to cross face. Or I just need to not run down the middle of somebody, right? These are things that could be coached. But, dog, you've been in Clemson for a long time. You still run down the middle of people. He has this famous long arm that's even more famous because of the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
But does he have a counter off of that? I don't mind T.J. Parker, but Thomas, Height, Mesidor, especially Howell, they got counters to their pass rush move.
And I don't disagree there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So what TJ Parker is right now, he's a dude that I think is built to have a bunch of advantages in the run game early. Still, in the NFL, they're going to have challenges for you where you got to think a little bit. You know what I'm saying? There are teams that just let you run free and trap you or count or pull and thump you, right? I just want him to be a little more aware there. Or if like somebody's getting the best of you. Let me tell you this about Mesidor. You can watch Mesidor and you could be like, man, Mesidor's setting this dude up for something.
Yeah.
He'll do something
working.
He'll do something in the first quarter and he'll pay it off for you in the third.
Yep.
That's what I like. That's what I like. Or you'll watch Ruben Bain or something. This is just an example. We not gonna get the Bain. Watch the Notre Dame game from Bain.
Yeah, Bain's not getting the Dallas.
Bain's been setting you up all day.
No.
Oh, the game's on the line? I've gathered information and now the game's on the line. I got something that I've been planning to hit you with. TJ Parker gonna run down the middle of you all 4 quarters. Now he's stronger than a lot of people that he goes against. So he's gonna whoop some people. But just like I said with Donovan Ezra-Rocco, you could be a 16-sack guy in the league, but your first game is against Jordan Mailata. I wish TJ Parker would just try to long arm Jordan Mailata for 4 quarters.
That's his hands.
So I knock a lot of people for that, but I'm floor guy. Y'all can be like, man, if I could teach TJ Parker some moves, he is quick for his size. That length is crazy.
Yep.
His natural strength is crazy. He does have knee bend to be that tall.
Yep.
He has some good fight aggression to him.
I think his get off is fine. I think he's quick off the line.
All
I
that's
think he
He's
reads
a
in the backfield
natural.
great.
All that's good.
He's a natural, but the
Yes.
leverage and the hands, and to your point, the counters and stuff like that, and being more disruptive as a pass rusher is something. I mean, when I was watching him, what did you guys? I don't know if you watched the draft tape on like Bradley Chubb when he first started,
Sure.
but he has a lot of that similar build. He has the tools, but to your point, it's the coaching it up. Now, I do have a question before we go.
For sure.
What's happening with defensive end right now? What the hell is happening?
With the Cowboys?
In general?
I just feel like I'm listening to you, and you're talking about floor.
Yeah.
And what I learned was, I know we gotta go. But I thought that we learned that guys at these positions take time.
They do.
it don't sound like you want to take no time.
I think
It sounds like you on microwave.
I think in general, if your rookies have to start, then you have a deficiency in some place. You know what I'm saying? So even if the Cowboys go out and have a ridiculous free agency and they trade for some disgruntled pass rusher in some state somewhere, I'd still draft an edge rusher to be like, all right, Melo Height's my fifth guy.
Yeah, develop.
You know what I'm saying? Melo Height's my fifth guy because you still need rushers in waves.
It's like Donovan Ezeraku. Like everybody coming out of the draft, he was one of the more technically sound and impressive edge rushers in all of the draft class last year.
And he got it.
Still takes some time.
He was going to be our third pass rusher.
Still takes some time, yeah.
He was supposed
He's going to be our third pass.
He was supposed to be our third pass
Absolutely.
rusher, but he got pushed into the, you know what I mean? And he became a hell of a run defender.
Yeah, he did.
And TJ is
Parker
needs to be TJ Parker is somebody's third pass rusher.
He needs to be somebody's third. But if somebody drafts
I think
him,
he could be perfect
I think
as a
he's
third
amazing.
pass rusher.
but if somebody drafts TJ Parker, it's like, all right, TJ Parker, start for us.
Could be fine.
I'm sure he would. Just don't run down the middle of Jordan Mailata. He'd be all right. He'd be all right versus,
Nobody can run down the middle of Jordan Mailata.
He'd be all right versus them Giants tackles. You know what I'm saying?
he probably would
or
be.
some of the cats in Washington. But man,
He looked good in training camp against these tackles.
but I'm trying to win a Super Bowl though. And when we get to the Super Bowl, you can't run down the middle of them cats.
You're
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So
You're
that's
right.
where I'm at.
Fine.
I've got Bain, Bailey, Howell, Parker, R. Mason, Thomas, Messidors right there. Those are my guys, and then Falk.
And plus, we just
So that's-
just nitpicking for real.
That's what we're getting to.
Yeah,
We're
I have
nitpicking. I just wanted to put that out there because I know we were kind of maneuvering some names there for a little bit. But
one last thing too, the Cowboys, I think they may be interested in like a standing rusher as opposed to like a big hand down dude. But
that's a
just,
conversation
But we
we're
can do
gonna
that next
have to
Tuesday.
We started talking about that.
yeah, Iisha, thanks so much for taking some time this
Yeah, it's
week.
great. It's cool to be here.
You're a legend.
Hopping in, yes, absolutely appreciate you as always. Where can they follow you on social?
Oh yeah, find me on the Twitter at Iisha Morrison, and that's about it. I don't really do the social medias that much.
Oh, you're on there all the time.
It's not my the Twitter machine,
There it is.
but the other
Twitter
stuff,
machines.
the Twitter machine, but the other stuff,
She ain't on Facebook.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like social media.
Yeah.
All right. That does it for us. For Iisha Morrison, for Voch Lombardi, for Chris Beam in the back, I'm Kyle Youmans saying so long. We'll see you next week with more of The Draft Show.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?